Hello everyone, my name is Tizzy and this is my first Lioden tutorial. Playing Lioden for a long while now, I've noticed that there are more and more new players not understanding some really important game aspects, so I've decided to take matters in my own hands and make a series of videos to help some players out. So for my first tutorial, I decided why not tackle this month's current event. It's September, so it's the Locust Plague, so let's get into it. I've decided that for my event tutorials, I'm not going to be covering the storylines. I'll cover them a little bit just to tell you like the basics of how the event works, but I'm not going to cover what happens in them or anything like that. I'll link the storyline wiki down in the description along with the normal September event wiki so you can see for yourself. Instead, I'm going to go over how to maximize the amount of event currency you can earn, what items are the money makers, and some event basics that new players might not figure out. With that out of the way, let's get into the Locust Plague. Let's start with the basics. This month's event currencies are Jewel Beetles and Eldritch tokens, which you'll see shortened to JB and ET respectively. Locusts are all over the place, and that includes online players' dens. You can help these players out by either stomping on locusts or chasing them. Both options will net you one Jewel Beetle, but stomping will lower your karma and chasing will increase your karma, so keep that in mind. Another important part of this event is the Harbinger. Harbinger? The Harbinger will give you a daily quest. In these quests, you can earn Eldritch tokens. Along with the Eldritch tokens, you can also earn Jewel Beetles, and if you complete his hard quests, EXP also. Yes, hard quests. Like other quests in Lioden, you can choose if you want an easy quest, a medium quest, or a hard quest. These quests are mostly finding omens and explore, but can also include finding a specific horse in online players' dens or fighting prophet lions, which you can also find and explore. Eldritch tokens can be used in the Harbinger's shop, and Jewel Beetles can be used in the Prophet shop. There's a lot of fun decor and backgrounds as always, along with cool applicators, but the real winners here will be the GMO Cow, Ochre Rocks, and Ochre Salt Licks. In the Prophet shop, the Harbinger shop's winner is the Black Stallion. If you're looking for maximum Gold Beetle profit, seek these items out. The last thing in this event we need to go over before talking about how to maximize event currency output is the event NCL markings. If you don't know, this means that NCLs, or newly claimed lionesses, can be found with special markings that you can only find during this specific month. There are a ton of markings that you can find in different colors this month, so if you want any of these markings, now's your chance to find them. So we finally got to the biggest part of this guide. How do you maximize the amount of event currency you earn? There are a lot of things you can do. Now, energy is paramount here. Jewel Beetles aren't very common, so you'll want to have as much energy as possible to search every nook and cranny. There are a few ways you can get more energy. The easiest is to use both of your accounts. This is completely up to the player, but this is a really good way of getting as much event currency as possible. With that out of the way, let's jump to the more individual tips. Firstly is leveling up your lion. When you level up your king, you get a full bar of energy. Wait until all of your energy is out, then level up your lion to be able to use your whole bar. Next is to, of course, use energy items. Not everyone can easily afford energy roots, but the cheapest item you can buy is the bone marrow. Bone marrow can be found in Monkey Business for 80 silver beetles. You can only use these once a day, so use one every day if you can afford it. Another good way to get energy is to complete the daily Darilla Enclave quest and choosing an energy reward. Completing hard quests gives you the most energy, but you can always do the easier quests as well. The last way to gain energy is change your king's personality to hyperactive. Hyperactive kings get an extra daily energy boost of 30%. If you don't already have a hyperactive king, you can head to the personality snake and buy a Sangoma lion mask. They're 400 silver beetles, so it can be a pretty hefty price, but it's definitely worth it to maximize Jewel Beetle output. Finally, you'll want to use roasted lambs or Red Bull. This is a bit harder and more expensive, but you'll regain 20% energy every 15 minutes rather than the normal 10% for the next 8 hours. Now you'll have to have your king's hunger at least 60% satiated, so keep that in mind if you use these items. To finish off talking about energy, let's quickly talk about saving energy. You're going to want to save as much energy as possible, so no attacking and explore, no attacking other kings, no sparring, and limited studding. Studding you're going to want to either turn off completely, increase minimum fertility rate, or increase your studding prices. As for breeding to your lionesses, I would really recommend finding a stud for them. If you're adamant on studding to them with your king, use fertility boosting items like chasteberries or black stallions as to not waste too much energy. That was a lot. Surprisingly, we're still not done. The next thing is to maximize the amount of event explore encounters you come across. You can do this by using hyena butter, which you'll find in Monkey Business for 100 silver beetles. Hyena butter makes it impossible for you to run into lionesses and explore. which means you'll have a greater chance at finding event encounters than you would normally. Now, hyena butter only lasts for 30 minutes, so it might not feel really worth it, but it's completely up to how many silver beetles you're willing to spend for this event. However, mixing this with using all of your energy and energy boosts that you have in those 30 minutes, you can make the most out of it. Finally, you'll want to choose encounter options that net you the most jewel beetles or energy. Use the wiki to your advantage. It will tell you every encounter's rewards. Keep in mind that event encounters end up being added every single year, so it might not be completely up to date. I recommend keeping notes of what you learned through these encounters. Another great resource is Tawny's Lio modded. I will always sing this mod's praises. It is up to date with the wiki, so it'll save you the hassle of having to search. I'll link the mod in the description as well. And that's everything for this event. I hope this guide was helpful. I'll leave all resources in the description, and please be sure to comment any questions you have or suggestions for future Lioden guides. If I decide to make more of these videos, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one.